a girl this beautiful doesn't break my heart. I was like, there's no way this isn't
off the bat already. Oh man, off the bat already. God damn. Sure enough, she may not break your heart right now, but she's definitely fucking. She putting a dent on. She putting a little chink in that armor right now, Cuckaash.
and with me with egg on my face.
She tried.
You definitely got egg on your face right now, my boy. You definitely got egg on your face right now. You don't even got egg on your face. You just got straight dokey on your face. Straight up just dokey shit dokey, nigga.
Actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
Alright, so it seems that Cuckaash Singh's brutal humiliation ritual just continues to get worse. Because
would you consider this as a a humiliation ritual? Oh man, is this like the typical red pill type of, you know what I mean? I don't think this is a humiliation ritual, bro. It's just, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like I said in my video that's gonna come out tomorrow, I'm gonna say it here again, bro. I forgot. Continue on to the fucking video.
it's almost been 3 weeks since Myron from Fresh and Fit exposed Akash's bizarre relationship with his wife, how she fantasizes about
This shit's been, bro, it's crazy because he did this 3 weeks ago. He did this on the top of fucking November. We're at the end of November and motherfuckers are still talking about this shit, bro. They still fucking talking about it. They still making videos. Shit, I'm making a video because like I feel like, all right, everybody's getting clout from this. I might as well, like, you know what I mean? I'm a small ass fucking build content creator, so I might as well try to hop on the trend and try to gain some type of traction. You know what I mean? Some type of, you know what I mean? Get some type of movement out here in these motherfucking streets, my nigga.
other men on her podcast, and how she
It's crazy that Myron exposed this nigga, and it wasn't even that bad at first. It wasn't even that bad, but it just, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to make it like the snowball into like shit just getting worse and 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 worse within like days, bro. But it just did, bro. It literally fucking did get worse. It's crazy.
reminisces on all the fun she had in the frat houses back in college, which doesn't even seem that bad until you realize that she tricked Cuckaash into believing that they were both virgins up until their marriage.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this.
wow.
Do
And
you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what? But she was 20.
Yeah, gosh, you should did your background check, man. You should did your whole facts. You know what I'm saying? You should really did more research, bro. You should really did more research, my nigga.
I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sure. Did you lie, or did you come right out and say like, "Oh, me too," or was it what did that conversation go like?
I don't remember how it came. I think she said
You blacked out?
She said it, and then I was like,
When she said, "I'm a virgin," you went, your heart exploded.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he got happy. He said nothing compared to.
Exactly, dude. I was
a stallion compared to anybody else.
I was
that's great.
so happy.
Yeah, that for
so
sure.
relieved.
I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat.
No. It is confirmed, right? On TikTok somewhere. It is confirmed, right, that this clip, like Myron did not terrible, like a wonderful job clipping and editing this video. Crazy, because this is not like so. There's context before this clip. I don't know where it is. Damn, bro, I don't know where it is.
But I probably got to pull up TikTok for this shit. Hold the fuck on. Damn, I really gotta log on to this shit, but I really don't want to log on to this shit. Log on, one step, Chichi man. Log on. Let me log on. Log on, Chichi man. Log on. Ah, man, I really don't want to. I really don't want to log on to my shit. Yeah, they're gonna ask me to still fucking ask me to fucking scroll. Hold on. Okay, cool. Alright. Where's the...
Sometimes I get
All right,
so
so this is the original
painfully
clip. This is the
nostalgic
original
for
clip.
college.
This is the original
So
clip.
for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. The top 4 songs when I came back for my sophomore year: Click, Pop That, Bands make her dance. Birthday cake, the 2 Chainz. Birthday, it's your birthday. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I was shocked.
See, so Myron clipped this, right? He cut the before, like she was saying birthday, it's your birthday, and like I was, you know what I mean? It still sounds bad. It still sounds bad. Like, don't get it twisted. What she was saying is still fucked up, but popping your, you know what I mean, popping your pussy in the nigga dictionary means fucking twerking. And if you don't know what twerking means, it means shaking your butt. You know what I mean? Shaking your hips. Your hips don't lie. So she was shaking her ass and white boy frat. Still nonetheless bad. But it's not as bad as like when Myron posted this shit and she was just straight up, I was popping my pussy for these white boys. So she was in the white boy frat houses twerking and having fun and dancing, like, you know what I mean, and he's, you know, partying it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's still, in hindsight, it's still bad. It is still bad. You know what I mean? It's still somewhat bad, but it's not as bad as, you know what I mean, like having Timmy, Jimmy, John, and Lennon fucking running a train on this girl. You know what I mean? But she claimed to Cuckaash that she was a virgin, and actually she's not. Who really knows that in there? She could very still be a fucking virgin, like, you know what I mean, before she met Cuckaash, be a fucking virgin. But me personally, what I consider a virgin, bro, I consider like, yo, like, you don't, other than kissing, you don't do any type of sexual acts. Like, once you start sucking dick and, like, you know what I mean, and yeah, like, oh, don't put it in my vagina because my dad be doing the hymen check, but just put it in my ass. You're not a virgin. You're not a virgin, bro. You're a slut. You know what I mean? That's who you are. You know what I mean? You've been fucking. You got experience. It is what it is. That's okay. But at the same time, don't call yourself a virgin. And you did sexual type of acts, you know what I mean, towards other partners. But then tell your partner that he was a virgin himself. And I know, like, again, I'm a huge fan of fucking Cuckaash. I'm not a huge fan of Cuckaash. I'm more a huge fan of Andrew Schultz, right? But I'm a huge fan of the Flagrant 2 like I once was. You know what I mean? I'm not a huge fan anymore, but I used to love the podcast. And I watched almost every episode of Flagrant 2. And Cuckaash was a through in and throughout fucking virgin. Like, he never, like, only kissing he's ever done before Jasleen. So.
Houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
Wait, okay, I have 2 butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
Hey, yo. Oh my goodness. All right. I did not see this before making my video, bro. That's insane. That is fucking fucking wild, bro. Yeah, man. Like, again, she could have still very been under the pretense of her religion or God or whatever she believed in. She could very well be a fucking virgin before she met Cuckaash. But in my mind, in my reality, you're not a virgin. Because once you start sucking dick and start taking shit in your ass, bro, you're more experienced than the next person, than the next woman, bro. Because I feel like most women, you know what I mean, not most women, but I feel like there's some women out there that just likes penetration in their vagina, and that's that. They don't want no oral. They don't want you to do oral to them. They don't want to do no booty talk. They don't want to do none of that shit. It's just kissing and just, you know what I mean, doing that, bro. And it is what it is, bro. It is what it the fuck is, bro. Have I come across those type of women? No. You know what I mean? But have I talked? Oh, no. I should rephrase that. But have I talked to, like, male friends and other male, you know what I mean, or coworkers that just, they be telling me stories, which I don't know why you're telling me, you know what I mean, whether it's a coworker or a stranger, like, yo, my girl just doesn't suck dick or she doesn't do anything freaky. All she does is, all we do is just kiss and penetration. That's it. Why you telling me that? I don't know. But at the same time, though, you're not a fucking virgin, bro. Like, yes, you could consider yourself a virgin because your hymen is still intact. Nigga, you're not a virgin. You're not.
my God.
And the whole thing was so explosive that it pretty much nuked the guy's entire online presence and reputation. And the worst part about this is that the story hasn't even died down yet. If anything, it's just starting to blow up. And honestly, it's become so mainstream that it's now permanently attached to Cuckaash's brand, ruining both his reputation and his career as a podcasting comedian. Cuckaash's comedy largely revolves around criticizing other people's relationships, and most of the viral clips of his routine online have to do with him calling couples out in the crowd. But that really just won't work anymore since
Yeah, that is true, bro. That's most of his fucking comedy, bro. Most of Cuckaash Singh's comedy, it just consists of fucking just like criticizing other people's relationship, bro. Like there'd be like, you know what I mean? I remember this one time, this one clip I saw, right, on Cuckaash saying shit, like he would like his it would be like crowd work, right? And you know what I mean? And Andrew like to say he started crowd work, he didn't start crowd work, but I would like to say Andrew Schultz gave crowd work a different feeling, a different, like damn, bro. He rejuvenated crowd work, because crowd work in comedy was dead. I love comedy. I'm not like in too deep into the whole comedy world and special, bro, but I know just enough that before Andrew Schultz was doing crowd work, right? It was, I wouldn't say it was dead, but it was non-existent. And then Andrew Schultz came, and then it just got this whole pitch now that all the comedians, all their clips is just crowd work, bro. It's just nothing else. You see clip on TikTok, you see clip on YouTube Shorts, crowd work, right? Needless to fucking say though, right? What Cuckaash doing with his crowd work is just specifically on relationships. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I was going back to this one clip that Cuckaash was trying to, you know what I mean? Like he would pressure these, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because Indian people would pull up to his shit. So he would pressure these Indian, these couples like, yo, why haven't you married her yet, bro? Why haven't you married her yet? Oh my Lord, like y'all been in like 9 years. Oh, like, yo, you gonna, and he'd be like to the dude, like, yo, you gonna let her talk to you like that? But at the same time, bro, behind the closed doors, Cuckaash, it's not looking too good, bro. It's not looking too good, bro. Like, I share my opinion on all of this once this video is ended, but like this
doormat of all time. I mean, we're already seeing it happen, because during his first comedy show after this whole story broke, he was apparently extremely awkward about the whole
I saw this in the subreddit, right? I saw this in the subreddit because I'm like, I shouldn't say subscribe, but I follow the Flagrant 2 subreddit, bro, and you can see everything unraveling. And like, yo, Andrew and whoever's the moderators are trying their best to cover this shit up and delete certain posts about Cuckaash and Jasleen and the whole thing. But it's not working, bro. It's not fucking working, bro, at all.
And it was clear that it was affecting his act. Like, according to one of the audience members, he pretty much used his time on stage as a therapy session, pleading with the crowd that his wife is loyal and was just joking around this whole time. So the dude's clearly going through it. I mean, his wife single-handedly ruined his career and then bragged about it for clout. Like, she's trying really hard to be this girl boss influencer, but it's only resulted in the destruction of her husband's livelihood.
No offense to the homeless people, but like, you know when you get on the subway and there's like a homeless person sleeping and like everyone has to get out of that car? Yeah. That's what my husband's balls smell like. Like,
God damn. I got news for you. Lady. Most men's balls smell like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Especially if they would, like, you just worked out or you just came back home from like walking or doing any type of work, right? That's how your balls is gonna smell like, right? It's gonna smell like, sometimes it's gonna smell like a homeless person. Especially y'all Indian too. That just amplified times to the second power, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna smell regardless, bro. That's just how Indians do it, right? You know what I mean? They can try their best to masquerade that type of smell, but nonetheless, bro, that's how balls gonna smell like, bro. But that's still insane to say that about your husband publicly. That's insane.
I hope he's not mad.
Also, on top of the fact that it's likely ruined his comedy career, what's even worse about this whole thing is that it's likely destroyed the dynamic he has with Andrew Schultz and the guys on the Flagrant podcast. Because the Flagrant podcast has always loved to clown on guys in these types of relationships.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Yo, do you think that your girl has slept with 3 times the amount of guys she's told you?
Why the fuck did you just ask me that?
I need to make it real.
I didn't say body count. I said I want to hear about a couple of the previous.
Why you want to hear?
Why?
Why?
I just want to see.
What are you gonna get out of that? What are you gonna get?
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure
you jerking off to
she got good taste.
Yeah, that's some fuck shit.
Just make sure she got good taste. Imagine.
I mean, they probably have over 100 episodes torching Will Smith and everything his wife said about.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And but be honest, to be real with you, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett's situation is like, hold on. Let me reword it. Cuckaash Singh and Jasleen, like the shit that Cuckaash going through right now is way worse than Will Smith and Jada. Because at least, first of all, Will and Jada been together since for like probably 25 to even 30 years now. Number one. Number two, with the whole entanglement shit. She said, because I watched that Red Table Talk podcast interview, right, with Jada and Will Smith, right, and they was talking to each other, bouncing each other, you know what I mean, going back and forth with conversation. And they said before the whole entanglement shit came up, Jada said that, like, yo, we was on the brink of divorce, we had separated, Will was doing his own thing, I was doing my own thing, right? And motherfuckers forgot, bro. I don't know. It was rumors, right? But I think motherfuckers still forget, or they don't really forget. But at the same time, it's male compared to female. Will Smith was super close with Margot Robbie. You know what I mean? They did like 2-3 movies together during that time, and then also with Jada Pinkett Smith with the whole entanglement with fucking August Alsina. So then they was separated, bro. So yes, it still looks bad because what Jada was saying, everything, and we all thought that, like, yo, like, Jada and Will Smith marriage was, like, super tight, like, airtight. Like, that's, like, the it couple. That's what we pictured our marriage to be. When we, you know what I mean, when we know it's the one. Like, when I know this is the, you know what I mean, this is my forever lady. I want to be it that, you know what I mean, like J. Cole rap, that Will and Jada love. But in actuality, it's not perfect, just like anything else. Nothing's really perfect in life. But at the same time, you could look at Will and Jada's situation with hindsight 5 years later and be like, yo, you know what I mean? It wasn't that bad as the internet cracked it up to be. This shit here is fucking worse. Way worse.
Him in the media. But now that Cuckaash was exposed as the biggest cucumber king of all time, that dynamic really won't work anymore. I mean, Andrew Schultz is never gonna let this go. And you can already tell that he finds this whole thing to be absolutely hilarious, because the Flagrant guys actually ended up responding to the whole thing while Cuckaash was away on vacation, and it seemed like they were desperately wanting to make jokes about it, but knowing how much it's eating away at Cuckaash, they just didn't.
Changed. Son, it was raining, and now it's sunny. Like, the
Cuckaash is in India or Dubai.
Yes,
a planned trip. A planned trip that was planned before this madness. Okay? He's there. And obviously we want to talk about what's going on, but we don't feel right talking about without him here. Mm-hmm. So once he's back, we're going to have that conversation. I'm sure that will be spirited.
Climate change.
Climate change is crazy, man. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, that climate change.
Baking soda.
Yeah. Baking soda.
So we're not going to make any jokes, bro. We're not making any jokes. We're trying to treat
We're
this.
not making any jokes because we're a serious political podcast.
Yeah, we're high tea, man.
High tea.
Some cookies sweeten your holidays, while the wrong ones...
And you could tell that they wanted to clown on him so bad, but held their tongues out of respect. Because in the Patreon episode they recorded later this day, they essentially roasted Cuckaash the entire time, and as a result, a lot of the episode is just a censored, blurry circle.
And we do it all over.
Oh, that was crazy. Cut that. How do you want me to cut it out? What did you want to cut? I don't know. I don't even know.
What did you want to cut?
I don't even know.
Also, how would you do it? Well, would you just leave this really funny part in and then cut a random part and then we come back with enough energy?
Yeah, absolutely do that.
So what would happen? What was happening in that moment? Were you getting a little wild?
Nah, you said Cuckaash and then it was a cut.
I see.
See, there we go.
I see. That's interesting.
No.
If he makes you cut it all, you better tell me.
I will.
No, wait, no.
I want to hear all that same energy. I want to hear all that same energy.
I want to cut out. I'm saying it right now.
Anyway, what y'all want to talk about, man?
Nothing now.
I mean, you just know that they have a separate group chat where they send each other all the clips of Jasleen disrespecting Cuckaash into oblivion. Also, just based off the way they were acting in these clips alone, it's almost as if they were relieved that the truth about Cuckaash's wife is finally out in the public.
Bro, they been like this is you know what I mean. I probably won't pull up that one video, but this is I remember. I really do remember watching this episode. Right, this is like early on. Like this had to be like 2018, right? Flagrant 2, right? And and Andrew was like, "Yo, your girl," like basically alluded to the fact, "Yo, your girl is mad, like annoying and privileged," right? So the whole premise was like, "Yo, basically like Cuckaash and Andrew had like a comedy show, right?" And obviously, you know what I mean, there's green room. So like, you know what I mean, they brought, you know what I mean, they both of them was in the green room. Andrew wants to watch his Knicks game before going up and performing in front of like hundreds of people in the comedy show, right? And his girl literally took the remote and turned on like Housewives or some shit. And Andrew was just looking at Cuckaash like, "Yo, get your girl, bro," because it's like, first of all, she's not even supposed to be back here in the first place. But at the same time, out of respect for Cuckaash, he didn't really want to press the issue because he didn't want to, you know what I mean, put a divide between him and but you get, bro, early days Flagrant 2, bro, Andrew from time to time wouldn't go in on Cuckaash girl, but basically tell Cuckaash like, "Yo, your girl she's mad rude and disrespectful, bro. Like she just seems privileged, bro. And that's who she is, bro. She just seems fucking privileged and like high maintenance."
Like, they've probably tried for years to hint to Cuckaash that his wife is a monster that only loves Akaash's money. Because the fact of the matter is that the wife had...
See, I hate this premise. I hate this premise because it's like at the end of the day, yeah, it seems like she's high maintenance, privileged, whatever the case may be, coming up with this, "Oh, my money is your, you know what I mean, your money is my money," and all this type of shit. I hate prenups and everything, red flags, which you know what I mean. Which is probably gonna be in this video a little bit later on, but I hate that premise because it's just like, yo, at the end of the day, if you know the backstory, bro, she was with Cuckaash when he was only making like a couple of thousands per year. You know what I mean? Where he had to literally beg Andrew Schultz to do a fucking do Patreon just so Cuckaash can, you know what I mean, have some type of revenue, you know what I mean, keep afloat a little bit. You understand? So like she stood it out with Cuckaash, bro. She stood by Cuckaash's side through thick and thin, bro, through the worst to the best of times. Because I think Cuckaash was saying when they met, he was making six figures, right? He was making like low six figures, right? And then like they was like together for like a year and some change, and like he was like flat out broke for like a year or two, like for a year and a half. And she could have easily left if she really wanted to. She could have easily fucking left, and she didn't. So I hate the whole gold digger premise. Now, like again. Is some of these shit
disrespected
Cuckaash, like her, like, you know what I mean, saying, you know, I don't believe in prenups or my money's your, yes, that shit is kind of like red flags and it still sounds fucking crazy. But I really don't think she's like a gold digger like that. Like, why would you, if you was a true in and out gold digger, bro, you would not stay with a broke ass nigga for a year and some change, bro. You just wouldn't.
Basically the entire time they've been together. Like, there's not a single photo or video of them online sharing a kiss or even pecking on the lips. In fact, she always manages to dodge Cuckaash when he tries to go in for a kiss, even at their own wedding. Also in that same wedding video, she couldn't even say that she loved Cuckaash. She instead repeatedly says that she felt love from Cuckaash, which really can't be normal on the day of your wedding, right?
The first day I met Cuckaash, I felt like I could feel love from him. And then the first...
You can feel... Hold on. Bro, sometimes I feel like the way some of these, you know what I mean, whether it's Myron or like maybe him, I feel like the way they be clipping these videos up make it seem like shit is bad than it like originally is. So who really knows? Who really knows if she says, maybe later on in the video, hopefully she said like, "I love him now." Like, obviously, yes, when you first meet a person, you know what I mean, you feel like, all right, like, you know what I mean, the first couple of dates, you're not going to know like you truly love this person. Do you feel like in your heart, like after like the third or fourth date or even like a month or two of dating a person, you have some type of intention where this is going to go, whether it's going to just be a regular like sneaky link, regular just, you know what I mean, I'm going to just date this person for 6 months and we never see each other again, or this could potentially be my wife? Yes. That, you know what I mean? Or even have like, you know what I mean, like what she said, like I could feel the love from him. I feel, you know what I mean, I could definitely feel like I can, you know what I mean, I can love him. Like what she was saying in the video, yes. Is that something you should be saying 2-3 months after dating a person? Yes. But like y'all about to marry and you're saying that shit is crazy. But so hopefully within this video, you know what I mean, not this video that this creator made, But within the video that he put in his own video, like this video, this wedding marriage video, it's he said in this that like she said in this like, yo, I've now turned out to love him and shit like that. So we'll see.
And the first time we kissed, and the first time he asked me to be his girlfriend, and on, I felt so much love from him that at the wedding mark, I didn't have any expectation for that feeling to increase, but that feeling has increased where I feel even more love from him than I ever thought that I could.
Funnily enough, though, out of all the things to get defensive about, it was the whole kissing on the cheek thing that made her make a response video, where she makes the excuse that she's just really uncomfortable with PDA, which honestly would be a good excuse if she wasn't on TikTok and her own podcast talking about all the sexual fantasies that she's done and wishes that she could do.
And then I'll also respond to the people saying I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA. Physical touch, I find it really overstimulating. And so it's something I actually work through with my husband because that's his love language. And I feel like for him, he tries to do physical touch to regulate his emotions, and I find it really dysregulating. So it's something we kind of work through in high stress situations because I get overstimulated when a lot of things are happening, and like my mother-in-law is there, my mom is there, and Cuckaash will tend to kiss me when there's a lot of people around, and sometimes I'm overstimulated, so I'm just like, oh, so yeah, if you want to know like my whole fucking psychosis.
And so, even if this were the truth, it still doesn't justify not kissing him on the day of their own wedding. Or even just recently when Cuckaash proposed to her the second time while they were in India. Like, if you haven't seen that clip already, it's really bad. She not only dodges Cuckaash's kiss after he gets on one knee to propose, but after seeing the size of the diamond that Cuckaash sadly paid a lot of money for, it was literally...
Yeah, that's a 4 carat. That's literally a fucking 4 carat diamond ring, bro. Not even. That shit don't even look like... It looks red. Like, it looks like a ruby almost. It's probably not ruby. It's some type of other coloring diamond, bro. But that looks like a 4 carat. You know how much 4 carat, like, rings go for? Yeah, I mean, fucking 6 figures, bro. Fucking 6 figures, bro. That one probably was 6 figures, my nigga.
all she could talk about for the rest of the video.
And since I am renewing my vows, I think the only thing you can do is propose again.
Oh,
Ghislaine, will you be Ghislaine Singh forever again?
yes! Oh my god!
Take that drinky thing off. Drink eating.
Did you guys know this? Yes! Oh my god! How big is this?
Big enough for you to shut up every time I tell you.
Thank you so much! What do you...
Yikes. Now, to her defense, right? I do feel like I shouldn't say most or all, but I know for a fact the Middle Eastern women that I've come across and dated, or even the Caribbean people, you know, because my parents from Jamaica, right? So even the Caribbean people, like the immigrants and all that type of stuff, they really don't like public display of affirmation. Well, why? Yo, that is not the acronym for PDA Keanu. No, like, so just try not to be smart, Keanu. Yeah, they don't like PDA like that. You know what I mean? They really don't like PDA. They don't like when you like hold. You know what I mean? They don't like certain shit, right? They really don't like it. You know what I mean? The kissing and all this type of shit. Like, some of these people are unaffectionate. Like, I know for a fact, like, my mom, you know what I mean? She was born in Jamaica. She is unaffectionate as fuck, bro. Like, she is super, like, just recently, like, within the past 5 years, she's been more affectionate. But she's in her 60s now. You understand? Like, when I was a kid growing up, when I actually kind of needed that type of love, she did not give me that type of love. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being real. You know, my mom is one of the coldest women out there, bro. Like, I said it in my video, and I gave like a quick little story time in that video that I'm about to upload tomorrow about this whole situation. But I'm just being real. Like, most of the Middle Eastern women that I've come across, whether I've dated or just on like a platonic level, or even like, you know what I mean, people from the West Indies, are not, you know what I mean, are not really affectionate people like that. You know what I mean? And I've come across affectionate people, and I'm telling you right now, I'm never going back to non-affectionate people. But I'm just letting it be known that, like, yo, like, some of these people are unaffectionate. So I I do have to give her some empathy. I do have to give her some type of leeway. Still, nonetheless, this shit is fucking bad. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv.
Say, this is so good. It looks so beautiful. Oh my god. You peed on Courtney Mustard.
So,
Not a single traffic light, but the global leading company in optical innovation.
so yeah, as you can see now, it's becoming more and more apparent that the only reason she's with Cuckaash is because he is a millionaire. Like, she straight up doesn't have a job and just spends Akaash's hard-earned money all day long, which she shamelessly brags about on her podcast.
But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money.
No. I mean, I do agree with the joint account. I feel like once you get married or like you're in that process of getting married or engaged or whatever, I feel like it's time to open up a joint account with your significant other. Yes, but I do feel like you should have a separate bank account. You know what I mean? Like, there should be a joint account where, like, you pay the mortgage, you pay the bills, or whatever. But I feel like you should have your own separate money. I should have my own separate money. I feel like I feel like that's how shit should be. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the fucking day, like, mind you, we can splurge on each other. We can do certain things or whatever. I can use my money to purchase gifts for you for, like say, for instance, Christmas. You could do, you know what I mean, vice versa. But I also do feel like this is crazy, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the fucking day, like, you know what I mean? Like, Cuckaash worked hard for his money. You know what I mean? His money, not all of his money should be solely for you, bro. Like, I feel like that's crazy. So I do feel like, yes, you need a joint account when you get into a marriage, but like, you should also have separate bank accounts too, because that's just fucking wild.
And my money is my money. That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day fucking one.
And so I think when she says these things, she thinks,
bro, it's insane. It really is insane that, like, y'all watching this video, like, and it's like, I'm trying to defend her, like, not like her not being a gold digger because she stayed with Cuckaash for like a year or some change when he was super flat out broke. So, like, why would you, if you was a real gold digger, why would you stay with a dude? But, like, still, bro, this shit is looking fucking horrible, bro. This shit is not looking good, my nigga.
she's being some kind of stand-on-business girl boss influencer or whatever you want to call it, but in reality, she just comes across as the most ungrateful person of all time. Because she actually could have a decent job right now. Like, someone found her LinkedIn profile and she actually has a pretty respectable resume, so she could be earning a pretty good salary. But instead, she just chooses to waste Akaash's Patreon money on designer bags and clothing while pathetically pretending to be an influencer. So the size of Akaash's bank account is the only thing that keeps her around. And unfortunately, if this whole controversy ends in divorce, she would effectively own 50% of everything Akash is worth, as she's confirmed that they did not sign a prenup. Because, and get this, she thinks prenups are red flags.
Is it just me, or is the idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive? And only one way. Like, if I asked someone to sign a prenup because I had some, like, booming business, then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because, like, I don't want to, like, lose all my money. But then, like, if a guy asked me to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like, I would literally call off the wedding.
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like, I'm not even joking.
I hadn't.
So yeah, this just really looks like a lose-lose situation for Cuckaash Singh. I mean, he either ends things with her and loses half of his lifetime earnings, or stays in this extremely unhealthy relationship and retains the Cuckaash Singh label that's been handed to him by the public, which unfortunately he will probably do. Like, that's been handed to him by the public.
I gotta screenshot this
relationship and retains the Cuckaash Singh label that's been.
This shit looks insane. I gotta screenshot this shit. Hold on. Oh my lord.
Handed.
Shit, man. Alright, that shit is screenshotted. I apologize. I really do. I have to screenshot. This shit is insane. This shit is here. I might have to put this on the thumbnail, bro.
him by the public, which unfortunately he will probably do. Like, he lives this every day. And sadly enough, he's even talked about how he manages his feelings in the relationship on a podcast he did months before this all went down.
Yeah, it's turbulent. So we didn't have any tools. Our fights would get crazy. Like, I am very calm with her until I'm not, and then it's hard for me to cap the anger.
0 to 100 in a second.
0 to 100.
0 to 0 for 10 days and then...
She never felt unsafe like I would hit her.
Sure.
But like, I like hit myself a couple of times like a fucking maniac, and like, that's not going to make you feel safe either.
No.
So it was a lot of therapy. As soon as we got together, I'd been thinking about therapy for a while, and I realized I love this girl, and I didn't know...
Therapy? Bro, therapy? Like, y'all just started dating and you need therapy? That is like, oh my Lord. Like, obviously, yeah, he said that he needed therapy from beforehand. Like, he was thinking about doing therapy. But yo, you're fucking going to therapy, talking about this girl, thinking like, yo, is she, you're having arguments already. Now, there'll be people out there be like, yo, you shouldn't be having arguments with your girl and all this type of shit, like, before you get married. It should be like, once y'all get married, then yes, you should have, obviously there's gonna be arguments that arise and amplify more because of now y'all like just bond together now instead of just being boyfriend and girlfriend. But it's like, yo, couples fight, people fight, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Just because throughout your relationship being boyfriend and girlfriend y'all didn't fight, or even in your marriage y'all didn't fight, doesn't mean that like it's a good thing too. Because I can tell you, as much of people who always argue and fight, they're still together. I can tell you there's a bunch of people who never argue and fight, and they're divorced, or it turns out the significant other was cheating on, on the other person, bro. So it's just like, we really don't know the dynamics of these people's relationship. So at the same time, like, yes, they can argue and fight all the time, but if you gotta go to therapy and be like, go see a therapist, like, yo, like, I'm going manic, I'm going crazy, like, you know what I mean? Like, you really gotta like go to couples therapy and shit like that, bro. That's insane, bro. That might not be your girl, bro. Like, and it is what it is, bro.
I don't even think I knew how much until therapy, but like, I was like, yeah, I love this girl. This girl I want to make it work with. I can't let this get in the way. So I started therapy 2016, I think.
Regardless of what he does, though, no one is ever forgetting this. Especially because he's a comedian who used to clown on guys for being in quote-unquote down bad relationships. The only thing Cuckaash has going for him right now is that he doesn't have a child with the lady. Like, even if he has to hand over 50% after a divorce, he can still slowly make that back. But once a child's in the picture, it will be 100% over for Mr. Singh, and he will be trapped forever.
Gosh, like, please don't divorce me, because my credit score is fucked up too, and it would leave me in a really bad position. But then I guess like I just would go to OnlyFans or something like that, and like it would
The hell you will.
It will even out. No, I said if, like, God forbid,
if I divorce you.
Don't say that.
But you said it.
Why are you even joking about that?
I'm not joking. You're joking about getting on OnlyFans. If I
said
if. I wouldn't do it anyway. Those are.
And you know what I mean? And I feel like a couple years ago, right? These type of videos, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be like, all right, whatever. She's just saying this to saying it. But I do feel like now, bro, especially now in my life, bro, I feel like words actually mean something. Like, words can, like, if you just say once or twice jokingly, whatever, like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even like once a year, whatever, cool. But if you keep like joking over and over and like just saying like, if we get divorced, and the next video like, if we get divorced, or if you do this or that, or if you do this, that, and that, like, eventually that shit's gonna fucking happen, bro. Like, eventually, if you just keep putting that shit out in the universe is gonna be like, all right, cool. That if is now when. You understand? So.
My feet.
Well, don't even joke
Don't joke about my feet.
So yeah, I think it's safe to say that his wife has done irreversible damage to his career, his well-being, and his reputation. And the craziest part is that he probably won't do anything about it. Fortunately though, he will be back on Flagrant soon to discuss his side of the story, which hopefully will result in a full-blown intervention. So when that happens, I will definitely be making a...
We all gonna be definitely making a video. We all gonna be definitely making a fucking video. Shout out to American Redact. Great fucking video. That's number one. Number two, I feel like this, man. Who really knows? Cuckaash might fucking love this shit. He might be a true in and out fucking cuck that really fucking loves his girl and will do anything to please his girl. He might be a people pleaser, bro. Because I'm a people pleaser too, son. So it's like, first of all, this is his first girlfriend. This is the first girl he nutted in. like, he might just like, all right, this is the fucking one. This has to work regardless of whatever she says, does online, in out, in through, in out, fucking just this shit has to work. Because first and foremost, I love her, and just second of all, like, this shit, again, this has to work. And like and it's fucking crazy, bro. It is fucking crazy that like this is kind of happening to him. But it's like, it is what it is, bro. Like, people was gonna find shit out like this, and eventually, like, people's gonna, because he's a huge, not so Andrew, but Akash Singh is a huge, like, yo, like, you're a cuck, you're this, criticizing multiple relationships during his crowd work. That's his whole stick with his crowd work. You're just criticizing people's relationships. Like, with acts like, yo, are y'all together? Oh, like, y'all been together 15? Y'all been together like 15 years. Why, yo, bro? Why the fuck? Why the fuck y'all not together? Why the fuck you haven't proposed to her? You guys been together 15 years, yo. You're fucking crazy. You're fucking mad. Just calling these other people, and it's crazy. So he can't even do that shit no more. Now to sit here and say like he doesn't have a career, I feel like he still does have a fucking career at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I feel like Akash Singh is very intelligent. He can bounce back from this, but if he goes back to his little stick of crowd work, just criticizing other people's relationship, he can never do that ever, bro. He gotta go back to the drawing board and come up with something funny that will work at the end of the day. So